So guys, today's question is power of 3, and the question says like we have given a n and it values varies like anything, and we just have to say if it is a power of n or not, if it is a power of 3 or not. Let us consider we have a 27, and if it is has a power of 3, and yes, the 3 to the power 3 is 27. So I will explain you first by the brute force, most intuitive solution first, and then I will be explain you well easier version. Okay, so let's start the today's video. Okay, though it's okay. The question says the power cycle, and so it was we have given a input we have given a input like 27, 0 and -1, and they clearly say if we already know that if our n, yeah, like given n is less than 0, or like 0 or -1, it like less than 0 or -1, we just have to return false. Like it never will be the our like 3 to the power 0 is like 1, so minimum we get 1. So how could it be the value less than 0 or 0? We can't return a true. Okay, so we just have to return a false, and if the value is greater than 0, so it will be 1, then it will be true because 3 to the power is 0, right? So we just need to check that if we just need to check like okay, if we just have to given a 83. So brute force, what we can do our like take our current and points to 3, uh, and like not 3 1. Okay, the starting value is 1 because 3 to the power 0 is 1. So we can do that, and we just have to run a loop, like a lot loop. Why we just have to run a while loop until it's true, because we don't need to stop it explicitly. Okay, so okay, we can change it by returning current. Okay, I will just explain you later that thing. So just check if our current, that is the one, if it is equal to our n, we are considering our n to 18. Okay, for example. Okay, just try to understand what I want to say, then I will explain you the easier version. Okay, so if just see. Okay, so just 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute. I am new, guys. Okay, so if our current is if it our current is greater if our current is equal to our n, means our current is equal to n, then we just have to return the true. Otherwise we just have to check if our if somewhat we just and then if it is not okay. So our current, if it is not greater than the number, okay, so we just, if it is not, let us consider, but if it is equal, then we just have to return true, right guys? Then we just need to current, we just have to update current to multi multiply equal to 3, because we just have to keep the powers of 3. Okay, like 3 to the power of 0, then 3 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 2. It was nothing like multiply 1 with 3, we get 3. Multiply 3 with 3, we get 3 to the power 2. Multiply 3 just 3, we just get the power of 3, right? So now we just need to do that. Okay, and while what is our while condition, terminating condition, if our current, if it is like greater than our n, we just need to stop, and at the end of the day we just have to return the true, right? It was as simple as that. Okay, so I hope you understand it, but if it is not, I will explain you in another way. So let's do the coding part first. Okay, so that is the coding part. Okay, I will explain you. We just have to take the current, and it was like 3, and we just have to take the while loop. If our current, if it is greater than n, then if it is less than, if it is less than or equal to n, we just need to, we can keep moving. Okay, so if our current equal to n, then we just need to return a true, right? If and other, and if it is not, then we just have to multiply it with 3 for every times. Okay, and at the end of the day we just have to return false. There is one edge case, I will tell you later. Later means just now. This is going to run completely fine. Okay, let's see which test case fail, then I will explain you why it was going to fail. Okay, it was like integer max value. Okay, it was time exceeded. Okay, just no problem. Yeah, this test case always fails. Why, I would tell you guys. Because when we multiplied 3 with number, it was like bigger than that number, and our int value can't store that. So if we convert this into this, uh, right, so we just have to compare these both numbers. Okay, so we now it is going to run completely fine, but we can compare double, right? So if it is equal, now it is going to run fine, because int value, it will exceed the int value, right? Class expected. Okay, current was less than. Okay, so okay, just okay, we just need to take input, like input, you can say, and we can, okay, sorry guys, it has to be a long, and we just need to check that wrong. We just have to compare it. Okay, we can take log nn, so it is equal to n, so we just need to check, and n, and n, so it will be running fine mostly. Yeah, it is going to run and it is going to accept it. Now let's see what is the better version of it, right? So the better version is like every number, guys. Okay, so if it is n is equal to 3, or 27, or what, 81, whatever it is like multiplication of 3, right? 3, what is 37, multiply by 3, multiply by 3, what is 81, multiply by 3, right? This is 81. So we just have to check if the largest number, okay, the largest number is like uh, 3 to the power of 19, it is the largest number. And what is that, I return here, right? So 81, 16 and the 7, it means that, guys, this number is also divisible by n. Okay, this is the largest number and it is divisible by any of them. Why? Because we just have to multiply by 3, multiply by 3, multiply by 3, right? So whatever the numbers, let us consider 81, if we like 27. Okay, if we divide 3, yeah, it is completely divisible. If we divide 81 with 27, it is completely divisible. Okay, so if we have a largest number and if you divided by n, largest number is like, let us consider max. If you divide max divided by, okay, modulo, you can say, and n is 27, okay, or whatever n is, if it is equal to 0, then we just have to return true. Otherwise we just need to return false. Why this works, guys? Because the this number is also 3 multiply by 3 multiply by 3, right? And this is the largest number. If and the like 3 to the power of 18, how it becomes 3 to the power of 19? By multiplication of 3. Means any kind of number has to be divisible by this. Okay, any power, if it is divisible by n, then we just need to return true, otherwise it is false, right? So let us go and write the code for that. I already wrote the code, so we do not need to do anything. We just need to copy it. I will explain you why this works actually. Okay, so this is the code, this is the max power, and n it is greater, I already explained. If it is divided by n, it has to be it is true, otherwise it return false, and this is like boolean condition. So if you like the video, then do subscribe. Thank you so much.